Hello, welcome back to my channel. So I just wanted to make a really quick video showing my June TBR as it stands right now. I have decided to pull back pretty heavily on the number of books that I am assigning myself to read in the month of June, just to give myself plenty of room to read those books that come across my path in the middle of the month that really interests me, that I always end up reading anyway. I want to make sure that my TBR list is short enough that I can check off every book from my official TBR list and then have plenty of time to read all of those other books that I always end up stumbling upon. So for my June TBR, I have two classics, one more contemporary historical fiction novel, and then one work of historical nonfiction. So I am covering all of my favorite genres this month, which I'm super excited about. Currently, I am reading Jane Eyre by Charlotte Bronte. I am a little bit more than halfway through or past the halfway mark today, and so I'll be finishing that up soon. So I will count that as a book in June. It's not going to be on my TBR though, because I started it a couple of days ago when at the end of May. But I am going to count it as a June read, but it's not going to be included on this TBR. So the first book that I am hoping to read in June is Valette by Charlotte Bronte. I'm going to read this right after reading Jane Eyre, just because I am really enjoying Charlotte Bronte's writing style. Her prose are absolutely beautiful, and so I'm going to jump right into Valette once I finish Jane Eyre and just stick with the Bronte sisters for a little bit. After I read Valette by Charlotte Bronte, I'm going to read, hopefully, Tenant of Wealth Hall, and then sort of just kind of skip around through the other Bronte sisters. Next, for classics, is The Picture of Dorian Gray by Oscar Wilde. I have read an abridged version of this quite a while ago, but I've never read the full text, so I'm really excited about this. This is obviously one of Oscar Wilde's most famous novels, essentially about a man who sells his soul for eternal beauty, essentially. And so I'm incredibly excited to be able to read the full text here rather than an abridged version. For the more contemporary historical fiction novel, that is Luminaries by Eleanor Catton. This has been on my TBR, my general TBR, for an incredibly long time, and so I've decided to set some time aside this month in June to read it. It is a giant book. It is, I think it's close to 1,000 pages. Yeah, it's right around 1,000 pages. It is so many different elements of what I love. It is a little bit of mystery. It's a little bit of a adventure novel. It's set in New Zealand in 1866 during sort of the New Zealand gold rush, which is a period that I really know nothing about, and so I'm really excited to dive into this. A bit of a murder mystery, a bit of a mid 19th century novel. It's written very much like a 19th century novel, and so I'm really excited to dive into this one. I've heard so many good things. Last but not least is Simon Heffer's The Age of Decadence, and this is the historical nonfiction for this month, and this is a beast of a book, but I'm super excited about it. It's the history of England from towards the end of Queen Victoria's reign through George V, so 1880 to 1914. Absolutely excited to dive into this. This is going to take me a long time. I already know it will. I'm a slow reader, and especially with historical nonfiction, I like to take my time to fully be able to appreciate everything that's going on and to hopefully log away a lot of the information in my mind in long-term memory, and not just read the entire book and then forget it the next day. So I'm really excited about this one. So that is the last of my assigned books for June. Just going with four. Three of the four are fairly long. Oscar Wilde, Picture of Dorian Gray, is definitely the shortest page length wise of these four books. So that will probably be the quickest one for me to get through. But I'm super excited about these. I will most likely be making either just a wrap-up video at the end of the month after I've read them all, along with the other books that I end up reading in June, or depending on my feelings for each of these volumes, there may be an independent video for each. But that's it for this video. I just wanted to do something really quick, just to show my TBR as it stands right now. If you have any comments you would like to leave, please feel free to do so. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye.